Hello there guys, RMP792 here, and let's talk Sherlock. So, this is a couple of days later than I would have liked, partially because I didn't actually see the episode until last night, so the 3rd. I would have watched it on the morning of the 2nd, so the Saturday morning, but obviously it's now... No, really? Oh well. Basically didn't end up seeing it till the evening of the 3rd, so... General thoughts first, before I get into spoilers, was okay. It certainly wasn't one of their better episodes, largely because it was a little bit gimmicky. I'll be honest, the whole, it's set in the past thing, to be more like the original stuff, worked fine for a special. As I say, if they tried to do an entire series like that, I think they'd be really pushing their luck. But for a one-off special, fine. It was kind of cute in places. Honestly, I think that's about all I can say without getting into spoilers. So, yeah. Okay, spoilers in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Sure. Stuff I genuinely liked. Lots of good banter between Holmes and Watson. I quite like the sort of, the redoing of the first time they met. A lot of people have been apparently complaining that it was really confusing. I was in no way confused at all. As soon as you realise that basically all this is happening because Sherlock is high on a fairly spectacular combination of drugs, fair enough. At that point, it doesn't matter if things don't make a lot of sense, because, let's face it, he's high on drugs. People aren't known for logical, common thinking in that situation. To all intents and purposes, them doing the Reichenbach Falls, and just having Watson turn up, point a gun at him, and kick him off the edge, I like that. That was funny. Because, why wouldn't Watson just turn up and kick him off the edge of the cliff? Or the waterfall, I should say. But, no, it was a cute one-off, is what I will say. And it's clearly just sort of leading into the next series without actually requiring you to have seen it. Because let's face it, all of that took place in the space of, 5 minutes? All inside Sherlock's head. So I'll freely admit I called the solution pretty much immediately in terms of, the second he said, but there's only one, one possible suspect, I was like, it's the wife. It's the wife. And the bit earlier when Mycroft, Fat Mycroft, by the way, oh God, I should not have laughed at that as much as I did. But yes, Fat Mycroft, saying, this is a war, and it's one we have to lose. I was like, it's women. It's women in the suffrage movement. This is obvious. Admittedly, I'm going to call it what I thought. The purple Ku Klux Klan was a bit much, but again, it's all inside Sherlock's very, very weird brain. So all the eccentricities and the lunacy and the frankly weird stuff makes a certain kind of sense in that sort of context. It's always difficult to criticise an episode that's meant to be set largely inside someone's head, because all the little stuff that doesn't make sense makes sense in that context. And there are certain things where you can point it and go, that doesn't make sense. But he's on drugs, so okay. What else I've got? I genuinely don't think I've got that much about it. It was a little on the nose at times. The Watson Mary relationship, in the past version was a bit heavy-handed, I thought, in places. But again, sort of semi-historically realistic and things like that. But I did like the recurring joke that Mrs. Hudson was getting increasingly annoyed that actually the repeating joke that generally from people that Watson knows, and they're annoyed that they never get any lines in the books. That was a cute joke. I will give them that. The mystery itself, it was okay. I mean, The solution basically being that she fired the other gun to make it seemed like she killed herself. Yeah, okay, that made sense. That was kind of cute. So again, I don't know why people seem to be confused. It made perfect sense to me, but maybe I'm just more cognizant of the fact that people on drugs are a bit crazy. No real world experience for that. The closest I've got to drugs is supposedly, according to my housemates, the smell drifting away from our neighbour's garden one time smelled like pot. That's the closest I've ever got. I don't even know if they were right or not. That was at university like 3 years ago. So bloody hell, that was 3 years ago. Anyway, so yeah, that and weird German guy from upstairs in first year kept asking everybody if they had any pot. Yeah, no idea if he ever found any. So yeah, I don't claim to have a lot of experience with drugs, but I know what alcohol does to you. Yeah. Anyway, but no, as I say, it was a cute one-off episode. If they tried to do much more with the whole, going back into the past thing, yeah, I don't think, don't get me wrong, a Sherlock series set all the way back in the past, yeah, okay, I could go for that, but you'd need to recast and you need to do everything from the ground up, because I'm too used to these current characters being enmeshed in the time, in now, and that's not a problem. That's actually a really good thing that the show's managed to do. It took the characters and it modernized them without them losing any part of who they were, which is important. Too often you get modernizations that really just do not work, and so yeah, Sherlock on the whole has actually been a really good show, and I'm genuinely looking forward to the next series and seeing where they go from here, because Moriarty is dead. Let's be honest about this. Sherlock himself has basically said he's dead, but let's be honest, Moriarty's also the kind of super genius who comes up with like 12 backup plans just because he can. He doesn't even necessarily do it because he thinks he's going to need them. He just does it because it's kind of fun. So I'm genuinely curious to see where they go with this, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we continue the trio rule, because every season of Sherlock has followed the same rule, which is the first episode's really good, the second episode's okay, and the third episode is really good. Think about that, because in the first series you had the one with the meat, which is a really good episode, the one with the Chinese theatre and the blind bank in that one, which is okay, and then you've got the one where they're running around trying to solve all those different cases because Moriarty is blowing people up. That's a really good episode. Second season, you've got the one with Irene Adler, great episode. You've got the Hounds of Baskerville, which is just kind of okay, and you've got the third one, which is of course the Reichenbach Fall, which is really, really good. Third season is the weakest, I will freely admit that. You've got the first episode where he comes back, which is, it's pretty good. You've got the one with the wedding, which is just, it's okay. And then you've got the last one, which is pretty good. And then the ending solution is just brilliant, because, I'm standing there going, well, the obvious solution is to just kill him, but obviously nobody's going to do that. Oh, good lord, you just shot him in the head. Nice. So, so I'll be curious to see if they can keep up their pattern, hopefully with some really good quality episodes, some good mysteries, and keep the relationship, as it is, because it really does work. The Holmes-Watson relationship is about as perfect in this show as I could want. So, yeah, that's that. Not sure why I've got so little. It's probably because it is a special, so there's weirdly less for me to talk about in that regard. So, yeah. Anywho, that's pretty much it for my thoughts on Sherlock the Abominable Bride. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in future videos.